How am I supposed to put my hair in a protective style? Moisturize it 2 to 3 times a day, do daily scalp massage, and still not touch it because this feels like a setup. But let's talk about it because a lot of us are overwhelmed and confused, and it's rightfully so. But today we're breaking it down one question at a time. Hi guys, welcome back to today's episode of Question and Answer. So these questions are from a post I made few days ago where I said the less you touch your hair, the more it grows. And I think some of us are confused because of the comments I got under the post. The first one is from Magdalene. She said, this task is impossible. And Fortune said, like, how put in a protective style and moisturize it? Like, how, please? And Emmanuel, I can't pronounce your name, I'm sorry, Emmanuel, but it said that we should moisturize 2 to 3 times a day, do daily scalp massage for at least 3 minutes, still keep our hair hydrated every day. How can I do all this without touching my hair? Okay, let me start with this question from Emmanuel. Emmanuel, please, you're not meant to moisturize your hair 2 to 3 times a day. You are meant to moisturize your hair 2 to 3 times a week, not a day. You moisturizing your hair 2 to 3 times a day, you are overloading your hair with products. Please, if you are doing that, you need to stop. And maybe I don't know when I can't remember saying something like that. Maybe you misunderstood me, or maybe there's a typo. Maybe I wrote it somewhere and it's a typo. Please, you're not meant to moisturize your hair 2 to 3 times a day. You are meant to moisturize your hair 2 to 3 times a week, not a day. So now, saying that it is impossible to moisturize your hair, to care for your hair, to wash your hair while on protective style, it is not impossible. It is very, very possible. I know I have made countless posts of me moisturizing my hair, washing my hair while on protective style. Like this video here, I'm wearing a protective style and I'm moisturizing my hair. This same video here, I'm wearing a protective style and I washed my hair. So that you're on protective style, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't wash your hair, you shouldn't moisturize your hair. You still need to be doing all that. So how are you going to make it possible? Make a simple protective style like your mini twists, your mini braids, cornrows, flat twist, any protective style of your choice. And then maybe you're moisturizing your hair 2 to 3 times a week. On the days you're meant to moisturize your hair, still apply your water, apply your leave-in conditioner, apply your hair cream or your hair oil or both. You've moisturized your hair. Then when you want, maybe let's say you are washing your hair twice in a month, when it is time for you to wash your hair, you still wash your hair while wearing that protective style, while wearing your mini twist, your mini braids, your cornrows, and all that. That you're wearing your protective style, it doesn't stop you from washing your hair, it doesn't stop you from moisturizing your hair. What I mean by the less you touch your hair, the more it grows is when your hair is out, you are always touching your hair, you are always styling your hair, you are always combing your hair. But if you want your hair to grow, if you want to see real growth, just put your hair in simple protective style and still make sure that your scalp is clean, still make sure that your scalp is moisturized while on that protective style. If you're on protective style, like why it is a protective style is because you wearing the style means your hair is protected from you constantly touching it, from you constantly combing it. So that is why it is called a protective style. Put your hair in that protective style and you are not always touching your hair, like styling your hair, combing it, tangling and all that. Your hair like is protected, and then you are washing your hair, you are moisturizing your hair, and at night you wear a certain bonnet to sleep or your silk pillowcase. That is what I meant on this post. Because if you read the post, I said the less you touch your hair, the more it grows. It sounds simple, but it's so real. Every time you twist, comb, fluff, or just check it, you are putting stress on your strands. Your hair doesn't grow from being played with, it grows when it is protected and left alone. And then I said growth equal to moisture plus low manipulation plus patience. So I said moisture, like put your hair in a protective style and still moisturize your hair. And I said put in a protective style, moisturize, cover it at night and let it rest. Your length will surprise you. So this is what I don't know. This is what I like. I believe like this post is clear. So if you don't understand it, I hope like this video helps you to understand it. So I didn't mean that like put your hair in a protector, because I know it kind of sound impossible, but it is very possible. When you're wearing a protective style, you can still wash your hair, you can still moisturize your hair, and then at night you wear certain bonnets to sleep, and like less manipulation, less styling, more growth. Okay, so that is it on this post. The less you touch your hair, the more it grows. I hope this answers your question. So this second person said, gifts, Chineye. Like, I don't seem to understand, Chinelo. You introduced to us about Goya oil, and now Goya oil is not added to the oil you mentioned. And this is under the post where I said growing your edges isn't just about oil. That I didn't include Goya oil, that's olive oil or coconut oil, because there's still someone else that asks, can I use coconut oil instead? Yes. That I didn't include coconut oil or olive oil or castor, like sunflower oil, grapeseed oil, bulb. That I did not include like all these oils. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't use it. If that is what you have, use it. If what you have is coconut oil, use your coconut oil. If what you have is olive oil, use your olive oil. If what you have is castor oil, any oil you have, use it. So far it is not a cooking oil. So far it is not a cooking oil. And then remember that I said, or maybe that I've posted, like that I've made a few posts on me, like showing you Goya oil, or like that's olive oil, and like any oil, any product. That doesn't mean that is the particular product you have to use. You have to listen to your hair. Okay, what works for me might not work for you. What works for me, just pay attention as you are using that olive oil, as you are using that shea butter, as you are using that leave-in conditioner, as you are using that shampoo, like that you've seen me posted on my page. As you're using it, pay attention to your hair and see if it aligns with your hair, and see if like your hair is okay with it, because two heads of hair are not the same. My hair and your hair is not the same. What works for me might not work for you, even though we both have the same hair porosity, like even though we both have the same hair porosity, what works for me too might not work for you. So always pay attention to your hair. Don't follow me blindly. Listen to your hair, please, so that you won't say, that you said I should use olive oil, I use olive oil and it did not work for me. No, listen to your hair. Olive oil might not be like what your hair needs. Olive oil might be what my hair needs, and castor oil might be what your hair needs. Like, it's very good, it aligns with your hair, like it does the job for your hair. And castor oil might not do the job for my hair. So always listen to your hair and know what your hair needs. Okay, don't just follow the trend, or don't just follow me blindly. Okay, so that is it on today's episode of question and answer. Okay, I hope I answered all your questions. See you next week, Saturday. Clap for me now. Okay, guys, bye.